So we have a couple of clients of Charles D'Angelo, and I really like these segments. I just think they're really, really just human interest. We have Adam Kutel.
Yes.
There you go. And Kathy Winneman. So welcome to the show. Nice to meet you both. Oh, your mic has fallen. Yeah, there you go. Just pull it up. There you go. And Adam, we have a mutual friend.
Yes.
Carolyn Smith.
Yes.
Who I've known for years. Love Carolyn.
Great. Yes.
And she works with your company.
She does. Yeah. She's our executive assistant. Fantastic person.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
So introduce yourselves. Tell me your story. Like, why are you here? What brought you here?
So several years ago, I was about 110, 115 pounds overweight. I've lost quite a bit over the time working with Charles. I did not realize how bad things were until I looked at myself in the mirror and was kind of introspective and realized that I wanted to be around for my daughters and for my wife. And if I was going to continue on that path, it was not going to happen.
Had you always fought weight? Or did it just kind of hit you at some point in your life?
I was in shape through high school. I think it kind of hit shortly after college, maybe shortly before I moved to St. Louis, and it just went down from there.
Yeah.
It was
that happened to me too. I was not only not overweight, I was an athlete. And then when I was 30, Nick's mom gained about 40 pounds with her pregnancy, and I gained about 60. And that's the first time I'd ever been overweight. And I said it back then, I'll say it again. I wasn't mean to people who were overweight, but I was very much like, hey, eat a salad. Go do a push-up. You know, like you're overweight because of you. And when I had to lose weight for the first time in my life, oh my God. You realize then how very difficult it is. And once you gain weight, I think your body remembers it and goes, I kind of like the feeling of being 60 pounds overweight. Like my body just wants to be 205. As much as I want to be 165, it wants to be 205. And that's just one of those things, you know, you have to fight it all the time. Kathy, tell me your story.
I'm from St. Louis, born and raised here. And I've fought being overweight most of my life. I've gained and lost several times. I'm a pretty active person, so I personally think it should be easy for me to stay at a normal weight, but it never has been. So last year, my doctor wanted to put me on a blood pressure medicine. I tried it for a week and just hated it and thought that I'm going to go a different way. I'm going to try to lose weight. And so I'd heard about Charles, just different ways. And so, you know, filled out the form and he called me immediately and we got going.
That's great.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to lose your weight?
It was 6 months. I've lost 65 pounds and I'm feeling great. I'm at my goal.
Yeah.
So just working now to keep it like this.
Yeah. You both look great.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Like I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but I would never, like I said about Ben, I would never meet you guys and go, I bet that guy used to be heavier. Like you just look like normal dudes. What was it about Charles that worked?
So when I first started seeing Charles, I didn't realize the struggles he had gone through. And I saw his picture on the wall of him. He says 160 pounds overweight that he had to lose. I know that he's probably lost a lot more because he's gained a lot of muscle mass, you could tell for sure. But that was definitely inspiring because this is a guy who has been where I was. And he had the experience, so I knew that he had the know-how to come down and be able to help me out, and I could lean on him.
How important was the consistency of the program? I keep hearing that from people, that it's just you do the same thing, and if you just keep doing it, you're just going to keep losing.
Yeah, I mean, I was in disbelief before I started. I mean, I was kind of in belief. I knew that it would help. I didn't know how much it would help. And it felt like magic how what Charles told me and recommended to me actually worked. And I was just watching the numbers go down and down and down on the scale.
Yeah. And at some point, it doesn't replace Charles, but at some point, at least for me, the motivation kicks in side of you where you're like, oh, this is great. I like this feeling. I like seeing a couple pounds gone every couple of days.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is, the feeling is great. The energy level is fantastic when you're not carrying around 110 pounds extra going up the stairs. You feel nice and you can actually do more. I could ride my bike longer distances without getting winded. It's a really good feeling.
Did you plateau either physically or mentally? And if so, how did you and Charles get past it?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a few of those go on when I was working with Charles, and he was aware, and he would ask me what's going on in my life. He can help you really get to an understanding of what's influencing you to harm yourself and not continue on the path that he and you were working on.
Yeah. He's not a therapist.
No.
But there's an element of that to it.
He has, that capability to really see through you, and he'll see it before you do, but he will kind of prompt you for what's going on in your life.
Yeah. Similar for you?
Yeah, for me, I didn't really know what his program was all about. I just knew that he had had a lot of success. And then, so I just decided when I started, I was just going to do what he told me. I didn't care what it was. I was just going to do it.
Yeah.
And it turns out it's really easy for me. And I think it's just because it's so simple. I don't have to think about it every day. I know exactly what I'm going to do when I go to the grocery store. I don't have to, it's all just clear to me what I need to do in a day. And so I've done it, and it's worked great.
Was it difficult, like eating out or Thanksgivings or dinner or Christmas and things like that?
No, oddly, I made it through all of those holidays just fine. You can go to almost any restaurant and get, really good, clean food.
What you need, yeah.
That it's always possible. The parties and that, again, I think with the program you pretty much eat all day. So I found that I could go to those things and not need to nibble and snack and try all the different things. I just was decided I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
And it was fine. So.
I have this weird thing. I don't know if anyone else has this, but when I know I need to lose weight, it's so hard for me to not eat. Not so much because I'm hungry, but because I get this ass backwards thing in my brain where I think, oh, I better eat. Like, it's bad for me if I don't eat. And I clearly have had enough to eat, right? But I have this weird psychological thing that it takes 10 or 15 pounds to go, oh, I was wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your head screws with you so much, at least mine does.
Yeah, I used to have the same thing. I would be eating at my mom's or something, and we'd have extra food on the table, and you feel guilty about not eating it. My mom's like, you don't have to be the garbage disposal.
Oh. Yeah. So. Did you grow up with finish everything on your plate?
Originally, and then we all kind of learned together as my parents became more healthy, and we didn't have to do that.
Yeah, the people, I'm older than you guys, but people from my generation, we got screwed up. I mean, the things you see on the movies, I was telling these guys the other day, you see them on movies about kids like, well, you're not going to go play baseball till you finish your applesauce. That really happened to me. I would sit there till 10 p.m. because I physically couldn't eat it, and they'd keep putting cinnamon on it. I'm like, is it Guantanamo Bay? Like, what, what, who hurt you? Is it, and so that kind of sticks with you as an adult. Even if you don't clock it, there's something inside you going, what, are you going to leave half a taco?
Yeah, and I used, like you, I used to be athletic when I was in middle school and high school and a little beyond, and I knew that I had to eat more in order to keep the energy and the protein going. Unfortunately, that kind of went into a more sedentary part of my life later on when I wasn't so much. And you don't realize how much you gain when that's all happening.
And also, I know you guys will get this, when you regulate your portion size, and then you go to a restaurant and you see what they think a portion size is, you're like, you gotta be kidding me. That's crazy. It's crazy the amount of food that Americans think is a meal, right?
For sure, yeah. So it's one of those things where that's where I'm kind of grateful with Charles, because because you've talked to him what you want to plan for your meals. So you could look at something and say, that's the amount that I really want to eat. That's the amount that's going to make me full. The rest of it I could take home and I could dole out for future meals.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
What would you guys say to people who are listening right now who are where you were or similar, but they're just not there yet? They're not ready to do something, or they're not ready to commit to Charles. Like, what would you say?
I would say don't lose faith, and you got to love yourself. First thing you have to do is you have to love yourself. And unless you're going to love yourself, you're not going to be able to get through it. So that's the first thing you have to do is look inside and realize that you are something special and that you deserve to treat yourself correctly, and don't punish yourself by making yourself unhealthy.
Nice. Kathy, how about you?
I think that if you're thinking about it, you just do it. Just make the call or fill out the form on the website and just take the first step. I mean, what do you have to lose other than weight? But I mean, it's not going to hurt you,
right?
So just go for it. Because like I said, for me, I just am shocked how easy it was for me to do it and stick with it. And I mean, I'm really happy about the results. So You know, it's doable.
If you guys want to schedule a free consultation with Charles, go to charlesdangelo.com. You can also call 314-495-3228. Adam, Kathy, thank you guys very much. Congratulations.